So as you read accounts in the newspaper, all the focus that we get from all the tragic things, you are the great hope for the next generations to come in our society. And I mean this when I say that you have great potential as individuals and as a group. The other thing I think is that the core of anything that is of substance in the future is always going to be grounded in what we call the family unit. It's always got a strength in it. And that's why we use these teams or family names, and we try to do a school within a school so that you have this kind of a closeness that carries on further. There are a lot of things in the family that are the base for our culture, our society. And you have built some of those things. You've done a lot of things together. You've learned how to support each other, learned about diversity, you've learned about stability. You've been the foundation for a great program here at Jessie Clark, has great potential in conflict resolution and dealing with conflict, misunderstandings, and how to deal with them at a small level before they grow into great problems. And in our society, our culture, you see a very lot of problems that if people learn how to listen to each other and how to negotiate and get rid of those misunderstandings. So the 6th grade and the team that you're on has built some good foundations for that will carry on for our school. But there's so many things to be thankful for and to celebrate, look forward to in the future. I appreciate the opportunity to come and just kind of share my thoughts with you and say thanks to you and thanks to this team and to your family at home and family. And I know you're going to be rewarded here today. You're going to be sharing the recognition of some of your fellow classmates for some of their accomplishments. It's time for celebration, time to enjoy the sun. I know for a few days now, Cindy Crest for celebration. Remember, it's always inside out growth that takes place. And it's not what's behind you or before you, it's what's inside of you. And I see great things for this school because of I see a nucleus of some great people here. Thank you all very much for being an outstanding team and an outstanding group of 6th graders. And good luck to you, and thanks to the team for allowing me to come home.
We appreciate your words. At this time, I'd like for Mrs. Ashcraft to come forward. She has some awards to present.
I have the privilege of awarding the perfect attendance certificates that were made by National City Bank, which is our Apple partner. It's not easy having to school 175 days a year and everything that goes on and how tired you are and all the activities you're in outside of class. This is quite a feat. Clayton Bailey.
Forward to present her awards.
These are actually, the first thing I have to present is the Student Council Awards. And they have chosen some outstanding citizens, which is extremely important this day and age to be chosen as an outstanding citizen. These are students who we consider to always be considerate to others, to be respectful not only to the teachers and to the staff here at Jessie Clark, but also to their fellow students. So I'm going to call them forward and present them with a certificate. Adam Green. Jennifer Durham. Amber Jones, I guess and Matt McKnight. This is a wonderful achievement to be chosen for good citizenship, and we need to give them a big round of applause. I have two more Student Council Awards. First is a certificate of participation has been awarded to to Jennifer Durham in recognition of outstanding achievement and participation in the Jessie M. Clark Student Council. And we have a 6th grade leadership award from the Student Council we'd like to present to Whitfield. Okay, now move on to speech team. We had a wonderful speech team this year. We took quite a few students to the regional tournament and lectured at school this year, and then we took several students to the state tournament Bowling Green. Speech team is a wonderful thing to participate in. These students learn to communicate. They learn to stand up and make presentations, whether it's public speaking or whether it's some sort of drama. It's not easy to do. All of you know that one of the most difficult things to do is to get out in front of a crowd and make some kind of presentation. These students are well on their way to being expert at this. So I'd like to present these letters and these bars that say speech to Ben Biddy, Tivoli Kabilski, Rebecca Smith. I have to say, as this little 6th grader, Rebecca was one of the semifinalists in the state of Kentucky this year. And Natalie Young. One more thing to do. I want to recognize some people. They will not be getting certificates, but I'd like them to come up here and just get a round of applause because they've done a lot of hard work this year. As Mr. Musgrave mentioned, we have been doing conflict resolution on the Explorer team for the last 2 years. We go through a process in social studies, learning how to prevent conflict and how to resolve conflict in a good way. These 8 people were chosen by their peers to be peer mediators. They went to a very intense training session for 2 days and then came back to our team. And when we had conflicts arise, these students would go into the team room with the students who were having conflicts and help them to resolve them. And I think throughout the year we did probably 25 resolutions, and I think we only had 2 that were not resolved in a good manner that everybody was happy about. So we need to give them a great big thank you. And I'd like to call those people forward. Ann Reebok, Jennifer Durham, Leslie Floyd, Terry Parker, Lee Winchester, Clayton Bailey, Ab Green, and Ben Diddy. These students, I would just like to add before they sit down, conflict resolution is going to become school-wide in Jessie Clark. We're working very hard toward that. So we'll probably look into these students in 7th and 8th grade as part of the leaders because they have had this training. And any of you parents, if you have any conflicts at home, these kids are experts and they can have your help. Thank you.
Mr. Wazinski will come forward to present the elective classes awards.
Okay, I guess a lot of times we teachers in the Explorers team area receive a lot of information about how our team of students are doing in their exploratory classes just because it's one of the main ways of communicating between the faculty members on how the students are doing, what may need to be done to improve anything that would need any improvement. And it's very interesting for us to keep in touch with these exploratory teachers because it gives us some real good feedback on how well our students are doing outside our own classrooms. And I'd have to say that this team this year, for the time I've been here at Jessie Clark, has received the most positive information from the exploratory teachers that I have ever heard. So I guess I can speak for the whole team that as a team of students, you all have done a great job in your exploratories, both with the academics and the conduct and everything that goes on within a classroom. So we just want to say good job for everybody. Okay. As far as the awards are concerned, I'm going to start off with the music awards given by Mr. Bennett. If you could come on up here, Leslie Mathis for outstanding accomplishments in music. Rebecca Smith. Carol Blades. Denise Fisher. Brian Irwin, Stephanie Gearman, Amanda Bolton, Manal Ramadan, and Erica Saragwin. These are Mr. Bennett's outstanding music accomplishments. Okay, this next award is given by Miss Birdsong in celebration of outstanding musicianship. And this award goes to Danielle Mansfield. But before, Danielle, can you come up here for a minute, please? There she is. Mrs. Birdsong is unable to attend today's award ceremony as with most exploratory teachers because they're busy teaching classes. She did, however, this Ms. Birdsong gave us a note. I select Danielle Mansfield as the outstanding student in orchestra from the Explorers team. She is a very strong player and a talented individual. She has played second violin all year to help other students and to help the sound of our orchestra. She turns in her work on time and is a hard worker. I greatly enjoy having Danielle in class, and I thank her for all she does for our group. So Danielle, this goes to you. Okay, moving on to the health and physical education certificates. This is presented by Mrs. Clark. The award is presented to Michael Ball and Grant Borthmeyer. And to the foreign language from Mrs. Nett's German, we have, and they are very nice certificates here, Lauren Walker and Ben Diddy. Moving on to the art classes, we have two art teachers here at Jessie Clark, Miss Nardiello and Mrs. Dressman. From Mrs. Nardiello, the Excellence in Art certificate is awarded to Rebecca Smith. So Rebecca. And the last awards that we have is to go to the art of Mrs. Dressman's class. There are a few here, so if you could come up and stand, please. Jared Howard. Evan Summers. Sarah Mankle. Monty West. Erica Saragwil, Lindsay Williamson, Grant Franklin, Amanda Bolton, Christine DeLavy, Tiffany Kabilski, Myrna Habash, Scott Anderson, Lauren Walker, Nicole Rosenberg, and Catherine, we like to call her Katie Clater. And our classes, quite a big, favorable class. Yes, let's introduce President Beckman.
Our team participated with the other two sixth grade teams by tri-room, and we had quite a few winners this year. In Mr. Lazinski's class, first place for the 40-yard dash was Manal Ramadan and Nick Emerson. And you just stay up here, we'll do it by tri-room. For Mr. Lazinski's third place, the paper sack relay, Christine DeLavy, Amber Jones, Brenda Banks, and Jimmy Beckham. For Mr. Lazinski's third place hula hoop toss, we had Will Tor, Amanda Vogel, Chris Odell, April Kavanaugh, Maurice Gatewood, and Lauren Walker. Okay, so that was all from Mr. Lazinski's class. Okay, Ms. Ritchie's class for the paper sack relay. First place went to Eric Ritchie, Anthony McClenny, Melissa Dalton, and Aaron Smith. For Ms. Ritchie, third place sack race, we had Anisha Fisher. For Ms. Ritchie, third place cup and bottle relay, Nicole Rosenberg, Tiffany Kabilski, Leslie Floyd, Shane Watt, and Jean Barker. Ms. Ritchie's class, we still have more. Third place, over and under relay, Erica Sarareglo, Leslie Floyd, Shane Watt, Adam Reed, Brian Irwin, and Jared Howard. And the last one for the 40-yard dash, third place to Ms. Ritchie's class, Aaron Smith. Okay, all right, thank you. For Ms. Cornett's group, for the sack race, first place went to David Waters. In second place for the cup and bottle relay, Rebecca Heinko, Melanie O'Mara, Meredith Crow, Ryan Crow, and Ryan Crow, and Philip Seeger. In the cup and bottle relay for second place, okay, that one was that, I'm sorry. For the paper sack relay for second place, Philip Seeger, Kenneth Butts, Shalisha Payton, and Ryan Crum. For Miss Cornett, second place jump rope relay. Michael Eves and Shalisha Payton. And for Miss Cornett, second place shuttle relay. Shalisha Payton, Denise Faulkner, David Waters, and Monty West. And that was all our field day winners. Thank you.
I would like to personally thank my class for participating. We had a wonderful time there.
Somehow this year, we kind of thought that Miss Ritzy received favorable treatment. She came in first place when we did the magazine sales school-wide this year. She came in last year and this year. She is a motivator. She came in first place yesterday on our team for the softball tournament for the second year in a row. I don't know how she does it, but I think next year when she gets her list, I'm just going to switch with her. We are going to be giving our academic awards, and these awards are awards selected by each teacher. They're not necessarily the highest academic awards for each class, but we also count leadership and class participation in these. So we'll begin with the math awards.
Okay, before I present the awards for science, I was just thinking the other day that, this time of year for us teachers, we get extremely busy. There's a lot to get done at the end of the year, and a lot of times we don't have time to sit back and kind of reflect what's going on. And I don't think it really came to me personally anyway until we got yearbooks the other day. We started signing the yearbooks. And as I was going through the names of the people and writing little notes in their yearbooks and so on, I kind of had time to reflect on that what a really good group we had this year, and that even though we got kind of busy, we didn't have time to reflect upon it, is that we will really miss this team, and we look forward to you guys succeeding, like Mr. Musgrave said, the potential you all have in the 7th grade and so on. So even though we're going to miss you all as a team, we look forward to seeing you guys succeed in the 7th and 8th grades. I think really that has stood out for a lot of things in science. The team as a whole did spectacular in science, and it's kind of shown throughout the year. A classic example, and this is the first thing I want to get to, is we have Officer Rogers come in from the Department of Fish and Wildlife once a month to give in fish and wildlife presentations to the class. And it's not an easy thing to do, to have close to 100 6th graders come into one science class and listen to a person who will make jokes and then expect everybody to get quiet during his presentations, and make another joke and expect everybody to get quiet. And it's a very enjoyable presentation, but it's not an easy thing to do. And this group, again, the whole group did a spectacular job with those presentations. So I guess I'd like everybody to stand up and be recognized for your efforts during the conservation presentations that we had today. So as a team, good job. Okay, moving on to some other things in science, and again, this year I have a very long list of things that went on in science. To begin with the science fair projects that we had, the students chose to do their science fair projects. They received a little bit of help from me, but not all that much. They're pretty much on their own this year. I kind of guided them if they needed guidance, but other than that, they really took it to themselves. So people for science fair, if you could just come up, I don't have any awards to present to you for the science fair, you pretty much got your awards already. Erica Saraglio, who has made it to the county tournament, if you could come up here please. Jennifer Durham, who made it to the county tournament. Matt McKnight, if you could also come up here. And Ben Diddy, who not only qualified for the county tournament, also qualified for the state tournament, and also was the only 6th grader in the Fayette County School District to receive this year the American Water Association Award for his science fair project. So, nice job for everyone. Also, we had the Science Olympics come up at the Living Arts and Science Center, and it's an extracurricular activity that takes place throughout the school, and it's a science competition. And for the first time, and to my knowledge, the 6th grade team has taken a first place at one of the harder types of competitions they had there. Again, on their own, with minimal guidance, they really took it on themselves. Ben Diddy and Brenda Banks, if you could just stand up and be recognized. You guys did a great job with that. Okay, now for the actual science awards, again, very hard to choose, but we just kind of did the best we can. Starting off with Chris Odell in science. Whitney Elliott. Jennifer Durham. Natalie Youngs. Ben Biddy. And this next person, I want to recognize as being there. She really has impressed me throughout the year, both in science, and she's also been there in my other classes as well, the reading and so on. She's a person that really has stuck by, quietly has performed her work and really excelled in science. And what I mean by quietly is that whenever we got intense in class, she was always right there, just plugging right along. Nothing else to go, really much to say, just a quiet, very impressionable person. Tiffany Kabilski, you did a great job. Okay, and those are the science awards for everybody.
They know who you are. Tiffany, Jared, and Brenda. We're going to have everyone. Michael Ball. Let's have a round of applause for these people. Rachel Young. Anthony McClenny. Thank you all. Joey Wilson. Natalie Youngs. A nice round of applause for these excellent